Little People, Big World premiered on TLC in March 2006 and showed the daily comings and goings of the Roloff family, who lived on a farm in Portland, Oregon. Most episodes focused on parents Matt and Amy and one of their children, Zach, all three of whom have dwarfism. TLC announced in August 2010 that the show's sixth season would be its last, but plans were soon changed, and the Roloff family's show has now been going strongly for a total of 23 seasons and 373 episodes as of October 2022. Three specials were aired after the show's original final season: Welcome to the Jungle, Breaking Down the Walls, and Conquering Mount St. Helens. The spin-off series, Little People Big World Wedding Farm, was announced in October 2012 and premiered a month later. It ran for 6 episodes and showed Matt and Amy launch their wedding business on the farm. TLC approached the Roloff family in 2004 or 2005 and convinced them that their proposed show would educate the public about dwarfism. Matt and Amy thought it was a fabulous idea, given the lack of shows or media depicting dwarfism in everyday settings, and so they said yes. The show follows Matt, Amy, and Zach. The 3 other children, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, don't have dwarfism. Interestingly, Zach and Jeremy are fraternal twins, with one coming up to average height and the other being just 4 feet 4 inches or 132 centimeters tall. The family lives on Roloff Farms, originally a 34-acre property on which they harvest and sell pumpkins. Matt eventually converted most of the farm into playground set pieces for his children, as he'd spent most of his childhood in hospital, and wanted to provide his offspring with a better experience, and which is now open to the public. Little People Big World doesn't rely on scripted drama because everyday activities are already challenging enough for some of the Roloffs due to their height. Shopping, dealing with the household finances, or something as simple as playing sports can seem like a gargantuan effort, taking into account that the family patriarchs are each just 4 feet 1 inch tall. Family patriarch Matt Roloff is a farmer, author, TV personality, motivational speaker, and much more. He was born in California in October 1961 with a degenerative dwarfism condition called dystrophic dysplasia, and needed 15 operations as a very young child involving lengthy hospital stays, and so missing out on normal experiences enjoyed by others his age. His parents, Ron and Peggy Roloff, often appear on the show and are of average height, as is their eldest daughter, Ruth. Matt's younger brother, Sam, also suffers from dystrophic dysplasia and needs crutches to walk, whereas Joshua was the middle brother, who died at the age of 34 in 1999 from a severe heart malformation with which he was born. Matt met Amy in 1987 at a Little People of America convention. After a whirlwind romance, they became engaged, and then married in September of that same year. The couple shocked millions of fans after announcing their separation in March 2014, which was followed by a divorce announcement in June of the following year, finalized in spring 2016, but Matt and Amy are believed to remain on cordial terms for the sake of the family, and to cooperate in running their businesses. In happier times, the Roloffs purchased their farm 3 years after tying the knot. Roloff Farm now boasts a regulation soccer field, mine shaft, tunnels, volleyball court, a pirate ship on a lake, a 3-story treehouse, and even a full-size medieval castle. Roloff Farm is Matt's pride and joy, and he's poured decades of time into the passion project, which is currently being enjoyed by the generations that come after him. It also doubles up as a second revenue stream, given that the farm receives around 30,000 visitors per year, especially during pumpkin season. In 2010, the Roloffs also purchased an 80-acre property next to the farm. Unbeknownst to many, Matt already had some TV experience before being approached by TLC. His film debut was in Under the Rainbow, in which he appeared as an extra, and he also played an Ewok in the TV movie Ewoks: The Battle for Endor. One of his close friends, Martin Kleba, also has dwarfism and has appeared many times in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. In the late 1980s, Matt was a computer programmer for Altos Computer Systems and other prestigious Silicon Valley companies. He also sold system software to Fortune 500 companies. When Silicon Valley became too stressful, A friend recommended that he work for Sequent Computer Systems, which had headquarters in Oregon. Matt took his friend's advice and relocated to Portland with Amy in 1990, while she was pregnant with Zachary and Jeremy, and they began building a new life together. Currently, the TV star runs Direct Access Solutions, a business he co-founded, and which provides the hospitality industry with accessible products for little people. Next up is Amy Jo Roloff, nee Knight, who was born in September 1962 in Michigan. The mother of four is a baker, author, motivational speaker, as well as a TV star, whose warm personality has garnered hundreds of thousands of fans. Her parents, Gordon and Patricia, worked for the Ford Motor Company, and as a housewife respectively, Amy's siblings are Cindy, Catherine, and Roger. Amy was born with achondroplasia. She studied at Franklin High School before graduating from Central Michigan University with a business degree. Unlike her ex-husband Matt, she had no prior TV experience when filming for Little People Big World began, but has become something of a celebrity since then. Featured in The View, Good Morning America, Celebrity Chopped, Oprah, and more. The baker published her first book, Short and Simple Family Recipes, in 2012 with West Winds Press. The book contained 75 family recipes, all of them 100% original. Her other works include her autobiography, A Little Me, and Little People, Big Values. The blonde opened her online bakery, Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen, in 2016, and sells seasonal baked goods amongst other delicious goodies. Amy is also a compassionate soul who has used her newfound fame to do good deeds. She established the Amy Roloff Charity Foundation in 2009, which sadly shut down in October 2021, but it focused on helping disabled people and disadvantaged youth. She also supports homeless shelters and low-income senior housing, and has previously donated to the Dwarf Athletic Association of America. When not putting her altruistic side to good use, Amy dabbles in motivational speaking. She's been a keynote speaker for the Women's Power Launch, a 2010 Lakes Health Conference, a 2015 Empowering Women in Business Conference, and a 2019 Dr. James Borland Convocational Series for Adrian College. As for regular gigs, she's part of the Get Motivated series, which is a business seminar providing useful tips to audiences of all ages. In 2009, Amy and Matt's marriage was put to the test with the strain of a lawsuit when a woman who visited their farm claimed that they had neglected safety procedures. The couple settled the case out of court after a 4-year-long legal battle. In the divorce, Matt purchased the farm from Amy, and she bought herself a new place in Oregon. They also owned the pumpkin salsa company Roloff Farm Salsa. Amy and her long-term boyfriend Chris Marek became engaged in September 2019, and a little under 2 years later, they married at Roloff Farm in an intimate affair surrounded by friends and loved ones. Their son, Zach Roloff, was born in May 1990 and is one of the world's most famous little people, with millions of followers across various social media platforms. As of 2022, he's the only Roloff child still in the show. Filming began when he was just 15 years old, so some of the trickiest years of his adolescence played out in front of the cameras. Despite his siblings making their own way of life, Zach decided to keep the show running, literally, and stay on the family farm. Zach and his longtime girlfriend Tori, who is of average height, tied the knot in summer 2015. Their children, Jackson and Lila, were born in May 2017 and November 2019, and both have dwarfism. Tori previously worked as a kindergarten teacher, but is focused on her family these days, juggling her home duties with an occasional photography gig. Zach helps run the family pumpkin farm and coaches local youth soccer teams. Zach's twin brother Jeremy is also a social media sensation, thanks to his good looks and approachable personality. After high school, he attended Portland Community College, then transferred to Santa Barbara's Brooks Institute of Photography in 2011. A year later, he was working for Human Not Hollywood Productions as a camera operator. From 2012 to 2019, he worked as an operator for Cloudless Weddings, concurrently studying and graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in photography. Jeremy's appearances in Little People Big World become fewer and fewer as he focused on his life ambitions, although it would take him a while to completely step away. As for his personal life, he met Audrey Mirabella Botti in 2010, thanks to a blind date fixed up by mutual friends. They married in September 2014. The couple welcomed their first child, Ember Jean, 3 years later to the month. When Ember was 1, Jeremy and Audrey left the show. Their second child, Beau James, was born in January 2020. They decided not to buy part of the family farm and focused on their own business ventures in the creative industry. In November 2018, the attractive couple launched Behind the Scenes, their podcast in which they interview entrepreneurs, discuss their marriage, and much more. They also co-wrote a relationship self-help book, A Love Letter Life, which became a New York Times bestseller. Their second book, Creative Love, 10 Ways to Build a Fun and Lasting Love, was published in January 2021. Little is known about the other two Roloff siblings, as they had no interest in remaining in the show once they formed their own families. Regarding dwarfism, any human adult who is under 4 foot 10 inches or 147 centimeters tall has dwarfism, although the average height for those with dwarfism is closer to 4 feet or 122 centimeters. The characteristics of disproportionate dwarfism are short limbs or a short torso, whereas in proportionate dwarfism cases, both the limbs and torsos are small. Most people with dwarfism have normal intelligence and life expectancy, and can have children. The Roloffs are living proof of that, although pregnancy comes with risks for both mother and child due to the underlying condition. Achondroplasia is the most common form of dwarfism and makes up 70% of cases, characterized by diminutive limbs, whereas growth hormone deficiency is responsible for most of the remaining 30% of cases. Treatment differs depending on the underlying cause of the condition. Sometimes surgery or physical surgery can be used to treat individuals with genetic disorders. If the disorder is hormonal, growth hormone therapy can be used during childhood before the growth plates fuse. People with dwarfism typically use specialized furniture and other individual accommodations to make life easier. There are also plenty of support groups to help people with dwarfism navigate through life, meet like-minded people, and stay strong in the face of the possible discrimination. It's important to keep in mind that the condition comes with social and medical aspects such as height discrimination, which includes the use of offensive language, such as the word midget instead of the commonly accepted little person, person of short stature, or dwarf. In books and films, dwarfs are often depicted as strange, otherworldly creatures, instead of simply very short people. However, dwarfism as a medical condition is now depicted in many series. Films and books such as The Man with the Golden Gun, A Son of the Circus, The Littlest Groom, and Bad Santa, to name a few. The series Pit Boss features Shorty Rossi, a dwarf actor, and his talent agency Shorty Wood Productions. Shorty uses his company to fund his pit bull rescue operation, Shorty's Rescue. His full-time employees are all aspiring actors with dwarfism and featured in the series. The International Dwarf Fashion Show was created by Danon's Lure Un Chance and Creative and Business House in 2014. And aims to boost little people's self-confidence while raising awareness about their condition. The Little Women Lifetime franchise and other reality series also show how people with dwarfism live in the US. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.